I think this was one of the hardest build challenges that I did in The Sims 4. And it's basically, I took a bunch of rooms that were all base game that was created by 10 other build creators, and I had to put them all together, and it was challenging because all the rooms were shaped different and different, themes, and but I think it turned out okay. So this is the beautiful kitchen with the heart-shaped island. So much detail in this kitchen. So I'm going to show most of this is some of it, I should say, is through the first person point of view of this sim who just happens to be a servo. So you might see the little green lights. Wasn't really thinking when I downloaded that sim, but I don't know. It's kind of fun seeing a servo that is from the Discover University pack. But I wanted to create a base game house using base game creator rooms, and so really good builders too. And so I will put all of the creators' names with what room that they did in the description of this video. So if you're looking for good builders, go check them out. That's their EA ID that I'm sharing. And this is, I just love the detail in this kitchen. A lot of clutter and just kind of uniquely shaped. Most of the rooms were kind of the same shape, but some of them were a little different. And this is the toddler room, and I really love the way that he did the curtains around this bed. And on the little potty chair and high chair that's over in the corner, he even added like little cushions to it. Just a lot of attention to detail. And so yeah, now base game, if you're new to Sims, it's basically base game is free to play. Sims is free to play, and you can play on console or you can play on your PC. And there's a lot of build items to the base game. If you want more types of gameplay and more types of build items to build with, you have to buy packs. But just to show that there's a lot of creativity and creations, imagination you can do with base game. So I wanted to basically showcase other base game builders, and not just like a base game house, but a bunch of base game rooms put together. This is the first time I've done this kind of build challenge. In fact, I created this build challenge, and the rules to this build challenge are also in the description, and I would like to see other EA builders, Sims builders, to do this challenge, because I would have loved to see other people putting rooms together. It was a little tricky. I'll be honest, it was a little tricky because you can't change, the rooms. You have to make them. It's almost like a puzzle to find pieces that will come together. But I picked the best rooms that I felt I liked that had a lot of detail. Now I did the greenhouse over here, and I did the whole speed build. I'm putting all this together. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. I also did this live too, so I did this little greenhouse here, and so like the landscaping I did. Now that barbecue area over there that I'm going to show, that was basically downloaded as a room. And so the infant room and the greenhouse is the one that I did. So I did like the hallways, the balconies, the outside landscape, except for this barbecue area over here. Now I did have to add a barbecue, actual barbecue on the outside of this little room thing, but this cute little pool there with the little fountains and this little seating area. I just thought this was well done. It was so cute. Now I can't test the pool out because the servo cannot get in the water because it's a servo. So when you download that one though, you do have to use the pool tool and add, see there's the little sparkles from my servos. That's my servo's brain. I just love servos. I think they're so cute, but this kitchen is just so adorable. Oh my goodness, so much detail in there. Now we're going to go upstairs and this is the hallway area. I had to create hallways to connect some of the rooms. But I want a hallway though. And you can't download a hallway from the gallery. They just don't really have that. Now this is the infant room that I did. I created this little shelf closet over there. Now this room was bigger when I had it on the gallery. I did have to shorten it just a little bit to make it come together. So I may move that dollhouse around. It's just that little space there is a little bit tight, but it's a 5x5 room that's on the gallery. So this is a little bit smaller to make it fit into the area that I had. But yep, so this is the infant room. Those doll houses are so big, and you can size those doll houses down too. They don't have to be that big. I mean, for an infant, that doll house is huge. In fact, I may just size it down, and it works just fine if you size it down. So this bathroom I really love. Now this is a little office room with the little treadmill, and it's got a ladder that goes up to the third balcony that I created for the telescope and painting easel area. And so this was just a little office room that I downloaded. I did have to shorten the room just a little bit and kind of move the treadmill around to make it fit, which is, if you have to change the size of the room, that's fine. But as far as the theme and how they're decorated and the colors and all that and the furniture, all that stays the same. So I don't change the creator's style. And this is a master bedroom. I just love this master bedroom. I thought they did such a good job on that. I love that light blue color. Like the way they have the little dresser area there, kind of separate. And I did keep the original windows. It's the only room with windows that's different than the rest of the house. Now in the challenge, you can change the windows and the doors as you need to, because, you know, obviously to make it the house, windows and doors kind of have to match. But this was the window that came with the game, and I really like that window, so I used that window style for the rest of the house, with the exception of the master bedroom. But look at all the detail in this bathroom, the little makeup and the little, you know, cosmetics and stuff. Love this bathroom. Like the way they did the shower and the mirrors. Now that appears to be an unfinished flower arrangement, but I think they combined it with something else just to give a different decor. So just, yeah, taking items and kind of mixing them together to create different unique items from the build buy. I love clever stuff like that. This is the balcony area. So yeah, I think it was challenging just because a lot of the rooms were shaped differently, and just trying to put them all together to make a house. It was well, that's what it is. It's a challenge. Now this is the foyer area, and there is one wall panel that seems to be missing a color, but I don't think that's the builder's fault. I think sometimes that just happens. I've seen a lot of that lately where wall panels are missing. But yeah, so that one right there, I'll go in there and correct that and then re-upload the house. And this is a really cute bathroom. I love the way the plants are hanging over the tub. That's a lot of detail. Now some builders do use the, I think it's called the Mexi tool mod, where you can place things at different angles and stuff, but I I think they did a great job with this bathroom. Now, I think I did add that window there. Now, this is the Willow Creek World. This is a 40 by 30 lot. This house is on the gallery as Basegame House Collab, I think is what I called it. But my EA ID is PinkyPoodle7x7, capital PINKY, capital POODLE, 7x7, all one word. And so this is, now I'm going to show the night view, because what I did is I put a lot of, there's like a floor lamp and it's kind of like gives it a glow look, and I size them down and I hide them in plants and all in furniture. I just tuck them into things and I wait for the light to glow so that it's connecting the light. Even if it's not visible and it's sized down, it will still give the glow. So I love that glow at night. So I'm going to show the night view of this build. Now, there aren't any swings or anything, so I left a little area over here so people can add stuff. I will add on to this build. I'll edit this build and add some kid stuff. I'm not going to add mods, but I will add like swings and stuff like that. But I just wanted to present this house as a base game house, because I know a lot of people like base game houses, especially for people that don't have packs or mods. You can build a really nice house with base game. I think she did such a great job with this living room. And look at that little tic-tac-toe decoration on the coffee table. That's different items. And I think a tool mod was used with that to put it together like that. And there is some, I think, paintings that are, I don't know how they get the paintings. Like some people paint, they paint stuff, but I don't know how. There's a lot of different paintings and pictures that is not base game, but it's not a mod, but you can download it as base game. And I think there are a few pictures in this house. Love that bathtub. And the foyer area to connect in between the living room and the kitchen. Oh, I love this kitchen. I just love this kitchen. She did such a good job. Even though it's not like I like using the unbreakable refrigerator, which is also base game. But that's okay. And I just think it just worked out perfect. And the cute little toddler room. Look at the little cushions on the high chair. And put a little, I've never actually put a potty chair in the toddler rooms, but it kind of makes sense. So they don't have to like walk all the way across the room when they're young and their bladders are like, and they're in potty training. Yeah. But adding that little cushion to it, I just thought was so clever. And then there's the hallway with the staircase. And this is the upstairs master bathroom. Yeah. And I did add that little window there where those robes are, which I should probably lower the robe. But all the detail in this room. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I'm going to show the night view with all the glow lamps. I love this living room too. Now with the way the lighting is, it looks like the two walls are different colors, but they're actually not, because I went in and looked at it. They're not. It's just the way the lighting is. It just does that sometimes. But anyway, so here it is at night with the glow lamps hidden all throughout. And you can change the color of those glow lamps. You just click on one, and you can make your whole environment the same color too. You can change that room or the entire environment. And so I think there's like 16 colors to choose from. So, and I love fountains, of course. And I built a little pond over here and add a little pool jet emitter or whatever. Yep, so it's all Basegame, guys. And so if you are somebody that builds, I would love to see your builds. I also do shout out videos. I find smaller channels that are worth so many views because I like to find other sim builders. And so if you are a builder, let me know. I'd love to check your stuff out. I do speed builds. I don't do just building in Sims games. I also crochet, and I do crafts, and I do acrylic pour painting, and just different stuff. So I have all my videos in playlists. So go to my home tab and scroll down. You'll see all my playlists. And I quit doing YouTube for several years, so I have some videos that are older, but I came back a couple years ago and had basically rebuild my channel. But I just love meeting other people, so do comment, and I would love to check your channel out. And I thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a blessed day.